Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. I'm so delighted you're here with me. Today I want to talk to you about quieting those thoughts, those intrusive thoughts that keep you stuck because they keep telling you that you don't have enough, you're not enough, you'll never be enough. How do we get out of that loop, and how do we break out and try new things in life when it can be so scary? The other day, I was thinking about all of the advice that I've given people lately, right? And am I truly following it? Am I living what I'm preaching to other people? And the truth is that no, I have not been doing what I've been telling other people, hey, you need to do. And my excuse was, oh, you're so busy. We're trying to get our mom's house cleaned out. But that is just an excuse. So one of the things I've always wanted to do is learn how to play the piano. I can play by ear a little bit, and I love doing that, but I've never actually learned how to play the piano. And if you've never taken lessons in something, like when you start to dabble in it, you only get so far, and then you're like, I got stuck, and we tend to quit. Learning a language is the same way. A lot of people try to learn a language with one of those apps like Duolingo, or they try Memrise is another good one. And then you can pay for some of them too, like Babbel. But they get so far, and without having a live instructor there, sometimes they're like, I want to quit. So I always thought, well, I don't know if I could learn how to play the piano without actually taking lessons and going to an instructor. But yesterday I thought, well, it's been a while since I looked online and looked for tutorial videos. I'm going to look again and see what I can find. And I found this really awesome guy who's on YouTube who has all of these videos called, I don't know what his channel is called on YouTube, but he has a website called Piano University. But all of his videos are free. They have free lessons, and he gives cheat sheets. And so I thought, I'm just going to play around with this. So last night I learned several different chords that I did not know before. I learned what E minor was and major, and I learned what minor and major mean. I learned all of this stuff last night, and I was having so much fun with it. And I never would have done that if I hadn't just said, well, I'm going to look and see. So I want to encourage you to try to quiet those voices that keep you from doing what you really want to do, and to take a leap of faith and get out there and actually do it, because you never know what you're going to learn. I mean, you may dabble in something and go, I hate this. You may try to learn how to cook and realize, I don't like cooking because I don't like cleaning up the mess it makes. That's okay, but you never know unless you actually try it. So I want to encourage you to just get out there and try something new today, whether it's learning a new language, whatever it is. I want you to try to break out of that habit of doing the same thing over and over and over again, and try one new thing this week. That's my challenge to you this week. And how do you quiet those fears? Because a lot of times those fears are things we tell ourselves that would never even actually happen. We tell ourselves that if I try to learn a new language, I'm going to look stupid, or I'm not going to be able to use it. Those are just lies that your ego is telling you. So we have to learn how to quiet those. One of the ways you can quiet the lies is just to say to yourself, what if that wasn't true? What if that isn't true? I bet it's not true. Tell yourself, be very curious, is that really going to happen? Could that really happen? Is that true? And most of the time we will kind of check ourselves and come back to reality and say, no, these are just my fears getting the best of me and telling me that I can't do it. But I can do it, and I am going to do it. So don't allow your fears to run away with you. Instead, try to keep them in check. And I challenge you to try something new. And I also challenge you to come up with some affirmations that when those thoughts come up, besides just saying, what if this isn't true? Like for learning the piano, what if I became proficient in piano and I was able to use my talent to entertain other people? How amazing would that be? Try to spin it. What if I didn't do this? I would be robbing people of my talent, right? So try to think about it in those terms. And I also wanted to pull some cards for you this week, just to give you a little reading to see what the energies are and I am going to use the Archangel Oracle card deck. So I'm going to pull a few cards here and see what comes out for you. Remember, these are general messages, so they may not always resonate with you. That happens. It's hard to pick cards that are going to resonate with every single person, but I'm going to do a few. So chances are that at least one or two of them may resonate with you. So I'm going to shuffle the deck and pull a few cards. All right. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I love the universe. Okay, I can't wait for you to hear the cards that came out because they go right along with what I was saying. The first one that came out is Spread Your Wings. It's Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. This is your kick in the rear end that you need to get going, whatever it is that you thought about doing. And I have been pulling the card, you're learning, and that means that the universe is asking you right now to learn new things so that then you can turn around and take those new things and either teach others or use them to help others or help yourself. So it's time. Spread your wings. Spread your wings. Archangel Ariel is telling you, do not hold back right now. Don't let those fears hold you back, because what if they aren't true? And chances are they're not true. So tell yourself, you can do this. You've got everything you need right now. It's time to take that leap forward, whether you want to take a class, you want to learn something new for yourself, or you just want to go on an adventure. Whatever it is you want to do, this is your sign that it's time for you to spread your wings. And then you have Patience, which is Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So you know what? Maybe you need to learn a little bit more before you jump out there and put your talents out there. That could be the case too. I know that I am currently in the middle of taking a course on the Akashic Records because I would really love to be able to use the Akashic Records in what I do to help other people heal. I'd love to be able to access their Akashic Records and to help them. But I also would love to be able to access my own Akashic Records so that I can do what I need to do to ensure that I'm on my path and doing the best job to help everyone else in my own career. So I would love to do that. And I thought, this would be a really great time for me to work on this. And so I signed up for the course, and then I pulled a card that was teaching and learning. And I thought, okay, that was perfect. Like you'd study was the card also that came out, study. You need to study so that you can be on your path. And I truly, truly believe that. And I feel like, for me personally, I'm opening up a lot more. When I laid down last night to go to sleep, and I've not told anybody this, but I thought I would share it with you. I was laying down last night to go to sleep, and I've been asking to open up more to gifts. I distinctly heard my mom's voice and singing "You Are My Sunshine," and then I just got messages she was giving to me, which I haven't gotten that yet really from her. Just working by myself. So I thought that was really interesting, and I thought it was cool. And it was a sign for me, like, you're on the right path. You need to keep working on this and opening up to this so that you can help other people. So you need patience because it requires study. It requires practice before you put yourself out there. But do the work. Study, train, whatever it is you need to do, and have patience, and then spread your wings. And I really think the spread your wings part is take the course, take that first initial step. And then you have overcoming difficulties. So it's Archangel Jeremiah. It says the worst is behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So that's good news, right? The worst has already happened. You are surmounting those challenges. So have faith and keep a positive attitude because good things are coming. And then, again, you can't make this stuff up. The last card from that deck was Teaching and Learning, and it's Archangel Zadkiel. It says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. So some of you are being called to learn new things and to teach others new things, whatever that is. And if this resonates with you, if this is personal or not. This could be in any area of your life. So you're being asked to step forward. And I really feel like a lot of people are being called into more leadership roles, or at least being a part of something bigger than us. So I just ask you to step forward and don't be in the shadows anymore, and be confident and learn new things and get out there and help teach other people new things. All right, I love those messages. So then I wanted to pull a few from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. So I'm shuffling those and pulling them for you. And the first one that comes out is Ostara, which is fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So somebody, the universe, is trying to get your attention. And I think it's me too. I think these messages apply to me, but they probably apply to some of you out there too. It's time for you to work on those new projects. Get going. It's always the perfect time now, right now. And then you have Pele, divine passion. So follow your heart's true desire in your career. Like, what brings you passion? Think about that. What makes you feel passionate? Just as your heart beats in your chest, so your passion beats in your soul. It's time for you to find what makes you tick and what's going to bring you joy. And a lot of times when we think about where we can be in service to others, that's where we will sometimes find our true joy. And then you have start delegating, Green Tara. And it says, ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. This is a good lesson. One I keep having to learn over and over again is we do need to ask others for help. We need to start delegating and telling people, hey, you need to help out with me here or there or whatever, and allowing people to come in and actually help you. And then we have Isolde, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So when this card comes up for me, it usually indicates if you've had disagreements with someone or not really getting along, that you need to come from a place of love. Because no matter what the outward appearance seems to be, there is love there underneath. We're all one. And instead of fighting each other and trying to make other people see everything from our point of view, we also need to be able to look at their point of view and be able to come to a compromise. And a place of fear would say, oh, this person hurt my feelings on purpose. They did this on purpose and they're a horrible person. But a place of love would say, well, why would they have acted this way? Is there an underlying cause? How can I look at this from a different perspective? And know that we're all humans. We're just here learning. And sometimes we falter. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes other people make mistakes and it hurts us. It's not always intentional. There have been a lot of times in my life where I hurt other people not intending to, but because maybe actions that I took, I didn't realize the consequences they would have or how they might affect other people. And maybe that's what's going on right now. Maybe the other person doesn't really understand how their actions affected you, and maybe that wasn't their intention. So instead, try coming from a place of love and forgiveness. And then, just as you can't make things up, the next card that came out is Cordelia. It's go outside. You've been indoors for too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. This card, the nature card, has come out multiple times. And it is about relaxing and restoring, because maybe you're working very hard and it's time to take a break. But also it's about grounding yourself. Sometimes we are very ungrounded. Our emotions are all over the place, especially when we're going through like these new moons and full moons and Mercury and retrograde and all the things going on. The energies can be super intense. And if you're an empath, you'll feel it more intensely than other people do. So you may feel off balance. So this is all about finding balance again. Go outside, rest. Also, balance yourself, ground yourself. You know, you might need to do an energetic clearing just so you can get grounded. And there are lots of them on my YouTube channel that are free, but there are lots of them on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and do a search for a grounding or energy clearing, or go to my YouTube page and just search through the different meditations that I have, or the Patreon page. I have some on there too. Because it's important for us to get grounded. When we're not grounded, it's hard for us to receive guidance from the universe. And I really feel like the universe is trying to give you so much guidance right now, especially if they're trying to guide you in new projects and things that they want you to do. But you may not be getting it because you may be too busy and you're not grounded fully right now. So it's time to take a little break, go sit outside, go for a walk, maybe go to the beach, and then take some time to do a little grounding. Put your feet in the sand, put your feet on the grass. And once you get grounded, doing that energy clearing, then I think you're going to start getting more and more guidance. The last card I pulled today, well, the last two I should say, is from the Soul Truth deck by Brienne Hovey. And the first one that came out is, what if it isn't true? Interesting. The thing you're telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you don't think you belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, or you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it wasn't true? It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you, what if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer to this question. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? I love that. It's true. What are you telling yourself that's a lie that's keeping you from getting out there and doing what you want to do? The next card that came out is, who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. So by serving others, you shift your own pain and you experience an avalanche of love. I love that. Who needs you today? Today's soul action is listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. And it's true. And so many people have said this that I've interviewed on my podcast, but it is very, very true. If you want to find your purpose, start with serving. How can you serve others? And what makes you happy when you're serving? Where do you find the most joy in serving? One of the things that I really enjoyed, and it was something I got to do with my mom, was whenever I belonged to a local church, we led VBS, the Vacation Bible School. We led the music for that. You know, my mom was all about music. She loved music. She actually was a music teacher for a bit, just volunteer. It wasn't her job, but when I was in first grade, we didn't have a music teacher. And now, of course, all the districts have music teachers, all the little schools do. And we did after that year too. I don't know why that year we didn't have a music teacher, but we didn't. So my mom volunteered to come into our class and the other first grade class, and she taught us songs and we sang, and it was a lot of fun, and I was very proud of that. And she loved singing with her students. She would sing songs to them. And that was one thing, like, we got to do that together, that we would lead music at VBS, and we had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm glad that we got to have that experience because music is very healing. So what brings you passion? What is something that would make you feel so much better if you were out there doing? Is there an area where you can serve? And sometimes it's just being that person who holds the door for people, or says good morning, or smiles, or does little things for people. That sometimes is just as important as any big gesture you can make, because you're brightening people's day one little thing at a time. So this week, I challenge you to find something that you've always wanted to learn or do, and do it. And find something or some way that you can serve others in some small way, and get out there and do it. And remember, you can do it. When that lie comes up and says, no, you're not going to be able to learn this, is it true? And it's not true. What if I did this? What if this became something that I really loved? What if I was really good at this and I was able to help others? So try shifting your perspective about things. And I hope that you find a lot of things to be joyful about this week and see all the blessings coming in for you, because these cards were amazing. You have some amazing things coming to you, and you're going to be starting wonderful projects, it sounds like. So I wish you all the best of luck in that. I hope that you have a beautiful day today from wherever you're listening. As always, I am sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.